The delay of the ES price story. I'm not too far. We ain't really miss anything other than the old story, which I'll go over. But I want to jump into the new story really quick. So we have a new story right here. Um, and if let me close this so we can make this bigger. All right. So right now, this right here is my monthly broadening. I believe it is. Yeah, yeah, that's the monthly broadening. So we're below the monthly broadening. That means we're kind of back in this broadening, but we're not going to think that far ahead. We're not going to think that far ahead. We're going to stick to the story. And right now, the story is holding the 618 of this story box. This is the new story box. This is the levels for the new story box. We're below the 0.5. We triggered a 2 down. That's what made me want to execute XBX. 0 days yesterday, but I was on a plane and I didn't know if I just didn't want to take that risk, but I played it mentally, which still satisfies me no matter what. So anyway, so now we're sitting, we closed yesterday above the 618, and overnight we came down. I think somebody had some news or something, but we jumped right back up to the 618. Either way, we would need to test the broadening as well. That's why I kept this line here. Because if we reject the monthly broadening and we reject the 0.5, then you already know that this story box is intended to go down. So your execution today, focusing on, we already triggered the 2 down, which would have been right here for you. That would have been your actionable signal. Now we're back up and we're testing. So we would have to move this down to a lower time frame. And I would provide that in a smaller picture in a separate video. But we will move down to a lower time frame and watch for an actionable signal off this level. You do not go long until it's sitting above 38.74 with a candle body 4 hours or more, I would say. Because this is a higher time frame weekly price story, so it needs to be 4 hours or more for a candle body to be sitting there. Other than that, your actionable signal is either we sit here 4 hours or more, candle body, actionable signal up, or rejection here and take it down. This could be like an hour or 2 hour, and you could play it down off of that. Yeah. So if you go down to the 4 hour 212 up, so it looks like we probably run up into this level coming into open today, and then we just watch it at this level, see if we get a rejection, play it down, maybe retest it, something like that. But this is too high. I'll go into a smaller price story. But let's look at, let me add some other confirmations on here for you guys, which is also going to be in the PDF. What is it? My weekly broadenings. So look now it changes. See why it bounced right here? Because that's a weekly broadening that it bounced off. So now it's back into this weekly broadening. So we have this and this as our broadening. Let me make sure I did that correctly. Yes, that's correct. All right. So we have this. This is what we watching, and if we get back, y'all already know what to do. If we get back below, actionable signal below and come back down. So this is a higher time frame. We are above. So you want to see why it bounced. See, it broad information saved lives. All right, so if I put that on, okay, another thing I want to point out too is we already went over the old story, how it failed it. So let me go and put that fib on here. Let me go put that monthly fib. So it failed the monthly. We have, how many more days? 10 more days. Do we make an outside? In order to do that, we need a weekly pattern underneath this, and I just don't see that yet, so I wouldn't bank on the outside. Let's look closer to Thursday, because this can also start to form a 3-2-2 up. So let's let price settle this week, and let's see where we end at, like closer to Thursday and Friday, and I'll be able to let you know if we're going to go for that outside bar in a month, and we can play that as well. So I put that monthly level. We're up under it. Let's see what happens. This is important when we get right here. Let me take that off. And then I also want to add, let me add back my monthly. No. Oh, that's not a monthly. This is a quarterly. I'm sorry. I knew it was different. This, because I make my quarterlies thicker. This is a quarterly broadening. So that's not even a monthly broadening, because if I turn on my monthlies, my monthly is up here. And down near, yeah. So we in a month on a monthly, we're in the middle of the try. Monthly, middle of the try. Quarterly, we broke formation. I know that sounds crazy. All right, so I think that was it. Yep. So that's the new story. If I show you guys the old story box, if I close the new one off and show you the old one, we fell below it. So in order to get back into this story, we need to get above this. This is what I stated in my last video. So I'm not going to look at this story box until we get back in it. So I'm going to keep with the new one, if that makes sense. I do have a daily one as well. All right. Wish you guys the best of luck. I'll write this up and put it out.